It is one of the best images in all of college football. For decades, Michigan running out, tapping the Go Blue M Club supports you sign. And there are the opponents today for the Michigan Wolverines, the Colorado Buffaloes of the Pac-12 Conference. Michigan Stadium, Ann Arbor, Michigan, for fourth-ranked Michigan taking on unranked Colorado. Kevin Kugler alongside Matt Millen from the Big House in Ann Arbor. And let's take a look at our auto owners' impact players when Michigan's on offense.
Well, you start talking about an explosive offense. It begins with Amara Darboh. Jake Butt is the guy who moves the chains, but Darboh's the big play guy. You also have Chesson on the outside, but I got to tell you, there's an outstanding corner out there in Owaji. He's going to be fun to watch.
And when Colorado has the ball, you're keeping your eye on Devin Ross.
Yeah, Devin Ross has big play capability as well, and a quarterback who can get the ball to him. But this defense with Jabril Peppers, probably the most talented defender in the Big Ten, if not the nation. And Chase Winovich, a kid I really like who's got some feel in the pass rush. They're going to need him today.
And Chase Winovich has been a guy who's stepped up with some injuries in that defensive line. We've seen Winovich do some very good things in the first two games for Michigan.
Really, and he's gaining confidence. And this team's gaining confidence, particularly on defense, Kev. A lot of guys beat up a little bit. So there are other players who are going to have to step up.
Tom Brady is here for the coin toss. Before the game, he and Jim Harbaugh were out on the field playing a game of catch. Two NFL quarterbacks, one former, one current, out tossing the pigskin around.
Yeah, and just so you know, both of them had a QB rating of over 100, so it was pretty impressive.
We saw good hands out of both of those quarterbacks, making some tough catches. A lot happening here in Ann Arbor. Alongside Matt Millen, I'm Kevin Kugler. Great to ranked ahead of you, playing ranked opponents on the road. There's a lot of room to move up, make an early statement.
Absolutely. It's an interesting spot for this Michigan team who has played well, but they have played just well enough to have to be even better. And so against an improved Colorado Buffalo team, undefeated, they don't really know just how good they are. We're going to find out today.
Both of these offenses have been very good in the early going, averaging 50 points or more through the first two games.
And really what it comes down to is the passing game, and both quarterbacks have been playing well. They're going to have to play their best games today. Wilton Speight has been better than I think expected. And Sifo Lufau on the other side is going to have his best game if they have a chance here today.
Well, it should be a great day for football. The third member of our crew is Lisa Byington, and she is down on the field, as are a lot of folks who are thinking about this play from a couple of decades ago. One of the most iconic plays in college football. Kordell Stewart to Michael Westbrook. The tip over to Westbrook. And with more on that, let's check in with Lisa Byington.
And Kevin, Kordell Stewart is back in the Big House for the first time since throwing that Hail Mary. Colorado's actually putting him to work today. He's going to work for Colorado Radio on the sideline, just a one-time thing. I was able to talk to him before the game. He said, when I walked out of this tunnel, my heart started beating. I felt like I was actually going to play a game. I said, did you even go out to the spot where you made the throw? He choked. It's turf now. It was grass then. If it was grass still, I might have gone in and dug my foot in a little bit. I know I gave a lot of people a lot of pain.
Diego Gonzalez will kick off for Colorado. He's had 14 kickoffs this year. 13 of them have been touchbacks. J.U. Chesson and Jabril Peppers back deep for Michigan. Gonzalez ready. And we're underway. Peppers 4 yards deep. Here he comes. Peppers with great speed. Can he get the corner? And out of bounds across the 25-yard line. Jabril Peppers, a 26-yard return, chased out by Ryan Moeller. And here comes Wilton Speight. What a start to the season. And last week, what a start period. 312 yards, 4 touchdowns, the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week.
And he's getting a lot of help from those wide receivers. And don't forget Jake Butt. But Wilton Speight has answered the bell. And what I like about him, just talking to him, great confidence. He knows the position he's in, knows his job.
There's Butt in motion on first down. Davion Smith the carry, and Smith with a little move and gets the first down. Good start for a running game that's had its fits and starts as Smith gets the first down.
I think two things right here. For Michigan, they have to establish the running game. The first two games, they've not seen a real Michigan-like running game. And then I also think for Colorado, the Buffaloes, they have to be able to get out of the first quarter in good shape. And by that I mean you can temper the scoring and get on the board themselves.
On first down, Spate to the air for the first time. To the sideline, and that one is dropped by Amara Darboh. Don't see that very often from Darboh.
Yeah, you don't. He has been a guy who's, and this is right in his hands. This is completely on him. The ball was right where it needed to be. Sets up a 2nd and long.
And Spate is out of the game. Shane Morris in now at quarterback. Jabril Peppers is in the backfield. The toss to Peppers. Peppers behind a couple of blockers, and Peppers is down. They'll mark him down at the 45. Akello Witherspoon on the stop, a 7-yard gain. So we saw Shane Morris, we saw Jabril Peppers. Was he down here? He thought he wasn't, and he tried to keep running.
Yeah, he kept on going, but just watch the athleticism and this kinesthetic sense. You can't see on the backside, but his elbow may have been the thing that put him down. You know, we were just talking last night about where are they going to put him on offense because we hadn't seen it, and there's your answer.
3rd down and 3. Spate back in now at quarterback. Pressure coming from Colorado. Spate in some trouble, gets rid of it, almost intercepted. Tedrick Thompson was in the area. The pressure hot and heavy on Wilton Spate, and Colorado's defense gets the stop.
And that's exactly what Colorado needed to do. First, they have to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, which they were able to do and collapse that pocket. And because of that, he was able to throw it complete. So the first series, they needed to get off the field without giving up any kind of big plays, and that's successful.
Kenny Allen will punt it away. McIntyre back. Line drive punt at the 20. McIntyre, nice move, found a crease, and McIntyre near midfield before he's tracked down. Good return for McIntyre.
Now this is just using your eyes, and he's got good quickness. Finds that crease and just gets up inside. Really well done by McIntyre. Had some help along the way with some blocks coming back, but pretty much that's on him.
36-yard punt, a 32-yard return, a net of 4 yards, and here comes Sefo Lufau. Look at the numbers this year through 2 games, not only through the air, but on the ground. He's a mobile quarterback that'll cause you problems.
They're going to have success today. Sefo Lufau is going to have to play his best game.
Donovan Lee takes the direct snap, a little end around to McIntyre, who will throw to Lufau. It's a 1st down and more to the Michigan 35-yard line. Ryan Glasgow back there on the stop. But a trick play to start for Colorado on the road.
What they want to do is try to get Michigan on their heels, so you start to guess. And there's no better way to do that than what they just did.
1st down at the 35. Lufau on the toss to Lindsey, nowhere to go. Jabril Peppers needs no trickery to blow that play up.
Well, for those of you who don't know about Jabril Peppers, after you get out from under that rock, you need to understand this is probably the best defensive player in the nation. He plays multiple positions, has a great amount of skill in every one of them.
2nd and 13. Play action. Lufau with time, looking deep for the end zone. Touchdown! Devin Ross gets Colorado on the board first.
Exactly what Colorado needed. They needed to stop him on the first series, and they needed points. They want to serve notice. Keep in mind, this team doesn't know how good they are, and it's a pretty talented group. That right there was a huge boost of confidence for this Buffalo team.
Diego Gonzalez for the extra point. He's hit 47 straight. Extra points make it 48 as Gonzalez pumps that one through, and a 7-0 lead for Colorado.
Well, you're Devin Ross. You're on the back end. All you do is get on top of that coverage. You've got to be able to get to the middle of the field. No one was there. He did all the above.
Colorado with the early lead, 7-0 on the touchdown pass to Devin Ross, who gets Colorado on the board first. And this has been a familiar spot for Colorado in the first half they've outscored their opponents 87-0. And here's how they scored once more.
So I want you to see what Ross is seeing. See, Ross is lined up and he knows that this guy right here, Thomas, is shading his outside. And when that happens, let's go to the all-22 and we'll show you. When that happens, that means he's looking for help back here. Okay, this safety's going to drop down. He's going to get to the middle of the field. Peppers is the guy who has to get there. What it really comes down to is it's a foot race. Can I beat Peppers there? And because Peppers hesitated early, Ross wins 6 quick.
And Colorado a little confidence as Diego Gonzalez drives this kickoff through the end zone for the touchback. And out to the 25-yard line will come Michigan from the 25 on first down. Swing pass to Chris Evans. Speaking of playmakers, this dynamic freshman's got everybody talking, unable to get free on the sideline as he picks up 3. And there's Chido Awuzie. We talked about him at the top of the broadcast. This senior corner is one of the best corners in the Pac-12 conference.
Yeah, and maybe in the country, because he can do everything. You want to try to beat him deep, he'll be on top of you. If you want to try to force him in the run game, he'll tackle you. And if you want to try the short game, he'll close on you. He's very good.
Spate to throw again on second down. Trying to float it for Butt, and the pass incomplete. Awuzie was out there again in coverage, and it's third down.
Yeah, Awuzie's playing the outside. He has help from the inside. Keep in mind, you're to the hash to the field, so it's a shorter area to be able to defend. So they were 3-on-2, 3 defenders on 2 there, so the odds weren't in great favor to Michigan.
Third down and 7. Blitz coming. Spade in trouble. The ball's loose. Scooped up by Colorado, and a big man running all the way in for the touchdown. It's Derek McCartney.
Let's see if his arm had started coming forward. If it started coming forward, it'll be an incomplete pass. But if not, that's 6 quick.
And the grandson of Bill McCartney gives his grandpa something to smile about.
Let's see if this arm is moving forward. No, it is not moving forward. His body starts to go, but the hit is there prior to it. Here's a better look. Watch, the body starts moving forward, but the elbow is still coming back, and that's an outstanding job of Awuzie, the corner, coming off on a blitz and tying up that throwing arm. That's outstanding. Kevin, Colorado needed a fast start. They needed a boost of confidence. They got all of that and more within the first few minutes here of this first quarter.
The 16th straight game that Colorado has forced a turnover. They had 13 points off turnovers in week 1. They get another 7 here as McCartney cashes in on the fumble. 14-0 Bucks. Colorado has come on the road and quieted this giant crowd in Ann Arbor. A 14-0 start in just 3 minutes and 12 seconds of game action.
That was a great play by Chidobe Awuzie. We're going to show you exactly how it unfolded.
First, Gonzalez will kick off. Jabril Peppers back deep. Michigan looking for a spark now of their own, down 14-0, and Gonzalez with another touchback. And now on the wide receiver sweep to McDoom, turning on the Jets, and McDoom's got another first down at the Colorado 48.
And just a freshman, this guy, the crowd loves him already. As soon as he touches the ball, it's doom all over the place. But I want you to watch on the top side. The whole key was Jesu did a nice job of getting a block to allow McDoom to be able to get the corner.
At the Colorado 48 on first down. With pressure up the middle, Spate standing in, airing it deep down the sideline, batted away from Darboh by Witherspoon. And Akello Witherspoon, who does not have a tackle, but has a pass breakup now on this play.
Yeah, and what it is just a nice job of using the sideline as your friend. So you just kind of force them so the ball has to be thrown perfectly. And in this instance, it was a little bit underthrown, and he knocked the ball away, 2nd and 10.
Spate out once more. And the give this time to the fullback. That's Khalid Hill on the handoff from John O'Korn down to the 46-yard line. A pickup of 2. And now Spate will come back in. O'Korn, the transfer from Houston, will head to the sidelines.
See, they're feeling up under the pads and checking Wilton Spate to see right there. That's the chest to see if his strength is still any good. That's what he's giving him. Apparently the answer was yes.
He's back in on 3rd and 8. Michigan down 14-0 here in the first. Spade, too tall, incomplete. He was looking for Grant Perry, and that one sailed to the sidelines, and Colorado gets another stop.
But they brought a blitz from the outside. It was picked up nicely, but it looked like Spate rushed himself a little bit. He needs to just settle down and get the ball out.
0 for 3 now on 3rd down, Michigan in this first quarter. And McIntyre had a good punt return on his first opportunity of 32 yards, waiting at the 10. McIntyre will call for the fair catch this time, and he makes it near the 12-yard line. And we saw them working on Wilton Spate. Did it come from this hit that led to the touchdown? That arm in the air, it led to a score and a 14-0 Colorado lead. 10:24 to go in the first. 14-0 Colorado over Michigan. Kevin Kugler, Matt Millen, Lisa Byington from Michigan Stadium. On 1st down at the 12, Sefo Lufau, the swing pass to Lindsey. Philip Lindsey on the edge, bangs down at the 15-yard line. Jabril Peppers with the tackle. Peppers has had the big hit on defense award that Michigan gives out in the locker room each of the last 2 weeks. He is, for his size, a guy who really can bring it.
Yeah, he's about 6 foot. He's about maybe 210, but he's got all the athleticism you need and a great sense of how to play this game.
And the swing pass to Fields, and Fields fights his way to the 33 as we go downstairs to Lisa Byington.
Kevin and Matt listening in over on the Colorado sideline to this offense. A couple of things. Number 1, Colorado's using a silent count today for the first time this year. Number 2, the offensive line on that first touchdown that they scored, they were happy with the fact they didn't feel like they showed their alignment right away. They felt like Michigan didn't know what they were doing. They reacted slow. The message, Michigan is not used to playing far from behind. Let's keep pushing it, guys.
Well, down 14-0 here in the first, and a 3rd and 5. Lufau on the roll, throws it short, and it's incomplete. Devin Ross trying to back up as he pulled it in, couldn't do both, and Colorado will punt.
Yeah, Lufau was playing well up until that throw, and that's fine, but Ross had to turn his back, or else that's a first down. Here's the bigger piece of the puzzle. So what they found, and you heard from Lisa, this offensive line, they've gained confidence. They know they can handle this defensive front, which is a good defensive front. Keep in mind, they have not had great success with wins and losses in Colorado recently. And so for them to be competing on the big stage at the big house, that's a huge step.
Alex Kinney to punt to Jabril Peppers. Pressure coming, and it's blocked. Another block for Michigan. The ball bounding free. Still loose, scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
McCray finally got it. Big job there on the block. There were 2 on top of it. Looked like it could have been Peppers. I couldn't quite see. But you said it was bounding, which, you don't really see a lot of balls bounding around on the football field. But McCray found it. Oh, that's Perry.
Last week, 2 blocked field goals, 2 deflected punts, and Grant Perry scoops this one up as it bounces around and takes it in for the touchdown. The extra point is good, and Michigan jumps right back in with a special team spark.
This is great. This is outstanding. First of all, you got to get there. Okay, so
Delano Hill is the guy who got there.
Hill's the guy who got there. Perry ends up getting it into the end zone.
And now Colorado back to work, looking for a little running room on the kickoff, and a flag is down. Donovan Lee on first down. Spins out of one tackle down to the 36. And Gideon on the stop. Darren Shiverini, the offensive coordinator. Former Colorado Buffalo, who was a commit in '94 when the Hail Mary game happened here. Was not a part of much success in the following games against Michigan on the field. The give to Lindsey. Lindsey breaks a tackle. And into Michigan territory, Philip Lindsey knocked out by DeMonte Thomas, a first down. 10-yard pickup for the 5'8" junior from Aurora, Colorado.
This is just a nicely well-blocked play. And this is just another confidence booster. I couldn't see if it was 8 or 9. Either McCray or Stribling had a chance to make that tackle and stumbled.
Lindsey again. Down to the 40-yard line. DeMonte Thomas first to get to him after the 3-yard gain. Colorado's got to be feeling awfully good, even with that block punt for a touchdown, about where they are right now.
It was important. It's important for them to have this kind of a drive coming off of a blocked kick.
Lufau 5 of 6 for 60 yards as he lines up on 2nd and 7 at the 40. Lufau to the air, throws a dart to Shea Fields, and Fields spinning to the 22-yard line. 18-yard gain over the middle to Shea Fields. DeMonte Thomas on the stop.
So there's a void in between the linebackers and the secondary, and that's what they're attacking. Yeah, this is just a really nice job. Fields can go too. Shea Fields, it's not like he can't run. That guy can fly too.
From the 22, Lufau under some pressure, throws it for the end zone, and it's a little too tall for Shea Fields. Pressure coming from Mike McCray, and Lufau had to get rid of it a little earlier than he wanted.
It's Don Brown, defensive coordinator, new here at Michigan. Came from Boston College, and Donnie, if you've known Donnie, I've known him for a long time. He likes to bring pressure, and he brought it that time.
There's Don Brown. On 2nd down and 10. Pressure coming. Lufau gets rid of it in time. Ento inside the 10, still going to the 5. Kabion Ento sets up Colorado with a 1st and goal.
Offensive front is an outstanding protection. They have an extra guy coming. It wasn't picked up, but Lufau did a nice job of locating the receiver, and they're knocking on the door.
The all-time passing leader and total offense leader at Colorado, Sepho Lufau, has the Buffs 1st and goal at the 6. Lufau on the keep, and he's not going to get very far. DeMonte Thomas in there on the stop. Don Brown's defense, 21 straight games without allowing multiple passing touchdowns. That is in jeopardy here today. Already 1 on the board for Lufau.
It might be in jeopardy right now, this down.
2nd and goal. Lufau, the fade for the corner to Ross, who makes the catch. It is a touchdown. And the Buffs answer back with 6 for Devin Ross.
That was huge. Now keep in mind, college football, all he has to have is possession and 1 foot, and there it is. Yeah, that's 6. That is outstanding. Just a great job. Yeah, that's a great job by Ross, but an even better one by this offensive unit. They just got kicked in the teeth with 6 points, and they answered it right away.
First time this year that Michigan has allowed a red zone score. The extra point is good, and Colorado has put 21 points on the board. Michigan allowed 17 all year until today.
Devin Ross is having an impressive game. Early here in the 1st quarter, but they're going to have to. Michigan's going to have to adjust to this passing game.
J.U. Chesson, the deep man for Michigan. He'll watch this one go through the. On first down, Smith, and Davion Smith spinning free. Down to the 35-yard line. Should be a first down. A 10-yard pickup. Tedrick Thompson on the stop. Well, already 21 points allowed. The first two games, 17 points scored combined by Hawaii and Central Florida.
A couple things have gone on. Wilton Speight took that shot, and the ball came off high when he came back in. And they have not been able to really run the ball efficiently so far this season.
First down from midfield. Straight drop for Speight. And Speight almost throws that one into the arms of Awuzie, who was in front of Amara Darboh.
Yeah, I think they're going to find out pretty soon to stay away from Awuzie. Yeah, they may not know him, but after this first quarter, and if they studied tape, they should have known this could have been a pick. This could have been a pick. Awuzie is he's one of the best out there.
He was studying the eyes of Darboh, and when he saw Darboh's eyes react, he turned around for that ball. Give up the middle to Davion Smith, and what a poke delivered by Olabode.
And Olabode is not very big. That's about 218 pounds. He's got those big guys in front of him. But what he can do is he can move. And so he beats the block. And boy, I'll tell you, what a nice stick right in the chest. Like to see that.
Chase Frankie came over to help out a little bit, but Olabode didn't need much help there. Third down and 10 from midfield for Michigan. Butts on the end of the line to the bottom of your screen. Pressure up the middle. Speight is in trouble. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Just trying to avoid the pressure that was coming in hot and heavy again. And that pass rush led by Rick Gamboa will force the punt from Michigan.
That's Jim Leavitt. Jim Leavitt is their defensive coordinator. Jim Leavitt just dialed up a nice blitz. He brought more than they could handle. When you pick one, the other guy's coming. That's a nice defensive play call and excellent execution by his players.
Jim Harbaugh told us yesterday, he said, they do a lot of stuff I loved when we did it in San Francisco. Yeah. Now I got to figure out how to beat it. McIntyre will watch this punt bounce at the 5 and get into the end zone for the touchback. We have played one quarter here in Ann Arbor. Michigan with a little celebration after the block punt, but more often than not, it's been the Buffs who've been doing the celebrating. Up 21-7 and looking for more. The lock quad on the campus of the University of Michigan. Michigan fans might want to declare a mistrial after that first quarter. 21-7. Little end around. Devin Ross in some trouble. That did not fool Jabril Peppers at all. A loss of 2.
He had it right from the start. Lined up outside in the slot, and as soon as the motion went away, your eyes as a defender go to the other side. He saw it coming and took care of it. Sets up second and long. Well played by Peppers.
6th tackle already for Jabril Peppers today. There will be more. 2nd and 12 at the 31. Lufau 10 of 12 for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns in this first half. Play action. Caught by Ross. That's a first down. Hill on the coverage, but Delano Hill, who tried to rip it out of the hands of Ross, couldn't get it free. A 14-yard pickup and move the chains.
Kevin, at the start of this game, we said Lufau had to play his best game. Well, he's off to that start. He is taking charge and in control of this offense right now. The ball is exactly where it's supposed to be. He's impressive.
And that fast start has taken this giant crowd out of the game for the moment. From the 45 on first down, Lindsey the carry gets 3 to the 48-yard line.
Lufau's seeing the field very well, and Ross he's been money here today. He has been getting open. They have not had an answer for him.
Second and 7. Swing past Lindsey, in some trouble. He's dropped. Wonderful open field tackle by Delano Hill. And here comes a flag at the end of the play.
Delano Hill had to make that play because they picked the coverage. And Hill had to come off it. Instead of staying with his guy, he made a nice read and came off and made the play.
The flag came in after the play was over. Not sure if somebody was taunting, some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct.
There's no foul on the play. I think third down.
Now Mike McIntyre says, well, why'd you throw the flag? Maybe they thought Hurst was late.
Yeah, that's a good non-call. Big down here. Has to have good protection.
3rd and 10. And now that crowd back into it here in Ann Arbor. Incomplete for McIntyre. Delano Hill on the coverage, and Michigan's defense gets the stop.
Lufau would like to have that one back because he did have protection. He just let that ball sail on him. Nicely done by Michigan. Good defense all the way around. They still have not had a consistent pass rush.
Alex Kinney to punt it away. And that one right into the line. A line shot right into the line, and it caroms out of bounds.
That's on the kicker. That was just poorly kicked. It needs to elevate off his foot. Instead, it went straight in. Probably his hair got in his eyes.
Special teams, a big part of Michigan's win last week. Look at this one.
Yeah, watch the trajectory. That's low as can be. His own guy blocked it. It just came off his foot poorly.
Shane Callahan had no idea he was going to get a block punt today. And now at the Colorado 38, huge break for Michigan. Can they cash in here? Spade to the air, but with room to run. He's got great speed for a tight end, and he's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Tedrick Thompson on the stop, but a pickup of 21 for Jake Butt.
All they're doing is clearing out the right side and swinging Butt underneath. And your tendency with guys crossing through zones is you tend to lose them. And if you're dropping to that side, you don't see him, so there's an open area.
Sideline warning, Colorado bench. It's their first warning.
Papa Butt very happy with what he saw there. His son had 2 drops last week, and we were talking with Wilton Spate yesterday. He said he caught about 600 passes a day off the jugs machine, trying to make up for that one. On the sweep, Chesson with a blocker in front. Chesson turns the corner, touchdown!
That's on Khalid Hill. That's really well done by Khalid Hill. He did a nice job of making, he gets that block right there to the next level. Watch his feet. Yeah, that's a nice tightrope. He's clean.
And J.U. Chesson finds the end zone again for Michigan. Few in the country have scored more since the end of last October than that man, J.U. Chesson. And Chesson on the ground, able to take this one in. Michigan takes advantage of the special teams miscue. They're right back in it. J.U. Chesson into the end zone brings Michigan within a touchdown at 21-14, and our United States Marine Corps leader of the game, Wolverine senior J.U. Chesson. Not only does he score touchdowns, he's a member on the All-State AFCA Good Works team. The team honors football student athletes for exemplary community service. J.U. Chesson, nominee for that squad, gets into the end zone for the touchdown, and coming out of the end zone and nowhere to go is Joe Meese. Joe Meese stopped shy of the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Lufau, the slant caught by Fields, and Fields down after a 7-yard pickup in the arms of Ben Gideon. Coming up tonight on BTN, Duke and Northwestern battle under the lights in Evanston. Coverage continues right after our game on BTN and BTN to go. Bringing a little more this time as Peppers comes on the blitz, and that one off the hands of Ross, incomplete. Boy, Jabril Peppers like a heat-seeking missile, aiming for number 13, Sefo Lufau.
Yeah, Lufau knows exactly where he has to go. He sees it coming right down the middle. That ball just had to be up a little bit, and it would have been a big play. Instead, you're third down. Let's see what you got.
Third down and 10. 21-14 Colorado here in the second. Four-man rush. Lufau dumps it short and incomplete. Shea Fields, if he's able to catch, is going to have some room on the angle he was running on.
Yeah.
But instead it's fourth down.
Yeah, he might still be running. And Lufau knew it. And he started to, it was ready, fire, aim. He's not going to be happy with that one. But if you're a Michigan fan, that guy right there, Jabril Peppers, you got to love this guy. He reminds me of a bigger Tyrann Mathieu. He's just got a great sense of playing this game. Great football intelligence.
There's Alex Kinney. Clean punt this time. Peppers from the 25. Jabril Peppers, a little spin. And Peppers, electric every time he touches the ball. Even on a play that doesn't look like it's getting much, he picks up 12 on the return. Michigan with a first down at the 37. The give to Chesson. Chesson to the edge. And Chesson fights forward to the 43. A 6-yard pickup on the play.
I agree with trying to get the ball in Chesson's hands. He has big play capability with that speed. You want to get him out in space. They haven't been able to do it in the passing game because these corners have been covering really well. Awuzie and Witherspoon have had great games. So if you're a play caller, find another way.
Chesson in motion again. 2nd and 4. Straight drop for Spate. Sets it up for Butt. Butt with a first down into Colorado territory. The ball pops out as a flag flies in. And Butt and Michigan will have it at the 45. That flag came in very late at the end of the play as the tackle was being made by Isaiah Oliver.
Sideline interference, unsportsmanlike conduct. Colorado bench, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's their second one, and the second one turns into an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
And they warned him once. You can see him back underneath. He's just crossing through. Yeah, and so you're looking up in the top, right up in here. That's where they're looking.
And watch the official.
So he runs into him, and that's why they're going to throw that flag. See that white area in there? You have to stay out of that. Jim Leavitt, got the defensive coordinator, gets so excited, he just can't help himself.
Ty Isaac as he collides with Spate, and he'll lose a yard back to the 20.
That was a good hit by Spate. Stopped him right in the hole.
Unintentionally from Wilton Spate.
Yeah, sometimes you get your feet crossed, and that's exactly what they did.
Here, Ty, you take it. 2nd and 11. Davion Smith now back in at running back.
Well, Ty always goes to the runner, you know that.
Spade off play action with all day to throw for the end zone. Almost intercepted on the dive by Tedrick Thompson.
Thompson's playing in the middle of the field. Awuzie's on that coverage. That was really, this is outstanding coverage. They've had nowhere to go with this ball. Thompson, like I said, he's playing in the middle of the field, and he's just eyeballing that ball. Awuzie was all over the coverage inside the Darbo. Big down right here.
Entering the game, Michigan was 15 of 25 on the year on third down. Today, they're 1 for 7.
Nobody moving. They're not going to play. They're going to zone it.
On third down, pressure coming. Spate for the end zone for Darbo, incomplete.
They like the one-on-one matchups outside, but Colorado has been winning them all game long. They have not been able to separate with their speed. This is good corner play here today.
And they brought Awuzie on that blitz again,
yeah.
Matt, and gave it up for Witherspoon, who has been terrific all day long.
Yeah, that was a zone blitz.
So now on to try the field goal. Kenny Allen, he missed from 37 earlier, this from 39. And Allen this time right down the middle. And Michigan within 4, 21-17. 1:59 remaining in an entertaining first half here on BTN. Jim Harbaugh and Jim Leavitt spent some time together on that San Francisco staff. Still good friends. But good friends are one thing. Adversaries on Saturday, that's another thing. They can be friends after the game.
See Jim Leavitt there on the sideline. He's worked up a pretty good lather here in that first half.
What a good ball game so far. 21-17, Colorado by 4. Buffs will get it back. And they'll get it back at the 25-yard line as we check in downstairs with Lisa Byington.
This is the first time that the two gyms are actually facing each other, and a ton of mutual respect between them. When I asked Leavitt to describe what it was like to work for Harbaugh in San Francisco, he immediately said a blast. He said, I like being around guys who have a passion for life and the game, frankly. And when I asked him, you know, what would it be like to go against him as a competitor, he didn't want to make it about Jim versus Jim. He said it's kind of all about the players. But, Matt, you talked about how they're both competitors. What do you think? Competitor on one side, competitor on the other side.
Yeah,
Come on.
absolutely. And so I think right now is like who sweats the most, and I think Leavitt's winning that battle.
I'm not sure Leavitt has stopped moving. Plus, Leavitt's gotten a 15-yard penalty called on him today.
And he's got full sun, so that's a little unfair.
Blue foul on first down. That pass deflected and incomplete. He was looking for Fields. Channing dribbling right on top of Shea Fields.
Yeah,
second down.
Dribbling, and he drove on that too. He drove hard on that. A double move right there, or a stutter would have gotten him, but Strigan believed his eyes, studied the film, knows what he has. And the nice plane sets up this 2nd and 20. See if they don't go down here. Number 1 down here, Shea Field down below. He's got a lot of field to work with back here.
Lufau going to keep it himself. Didn't have a lot of field to work with there as he takes it to the 18-yard line. Ben Gideon on the stop. Coming up at halftime, Dave, Jerry, and Howard have all the scores and highlights from today's Big Ten action, and there's a lot to talk about coming up on the Buffalo Wild Wings halftime report. So now 3rd and 17. Michigan's used a couple of timeouts. They have just the 1 remaining. So maybe Colorado content to burn a little clock here, Matt, get into the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, they should use all that 15 seconds left.
Lufau going to keep it again. And Lufau down to the 19-yard line, and Jim Harbaugh uses that final Michigan timeout, stopping the clock with 53 seconds remaining, and Michigan's going to have the chance to try to put themselves in position to add some points to the scoreboard.
Timeout, Michigan.
What a difference a quarter makes for that man. 9 of 11 for 150 yards in the first quarter. 4 for 10 for 17 yards in the second quarter.
That just speaks to Donnie Brown and the adjustments he made on the defense.
And Kinney on the roll out the line drive punt to Jabril Peppers. Peppers finds a crease and just caught around the ankles. What a tackle made by Isaiah Oliver. Jabril Peppers with more room to roam, and Oliver just able to get the ankle tackle.
Kev, sometimes you watch players and they just are just like they're going at a different speed than everybody else. That's Jabril Peppers. When he took that return right there, he just hit another gear. This is big right here for both teams. You got Michigan, you would like to get 6. Colorado, you want to hold them to nothing.
Spate, quick toss to Darboh with blockers. Darboh breaks a tackle. Darboh down the sideline. Darboh takes it to the house. Michigan with the lead.
Kevin, that was a combination of outstanding running by Darboh and poor tackling by Colorado.
Gamboa, Laguda each with a chance to bring him down, and Darboh able to slip through the grasp. Kenny Allen for the extra point, and Michigan leads by 3, 24-21. They were down 21-7 at one point but the Wolverines have roared back. Wilton Speight 124 yards and a touchdown in the first half. And Michigan at halftime leads Colorado 24-21. Ready to start the third quarter here in Ann Arbor with Michigan leading Colorado 24-21. Kevin Kugler alongside Matt Millen with Lisa Byington on the field as we check out today's Quicken Loans quarterback comparison. And after a slow start, Wilton Speight got it going a little bit. 121 yards in the second quarter. Sefo Liufau struggling in that second quarter.
Keep in mind that Wilton Speight got hit on that shoulder, and I think there was something to that there in the first half.
Let's check in downstairs with Lisa Byington.
Well, Matt, just to go off of your comment, I watched Wilton Speight after the athletic training staff had checked him out in that first quarter. He went nowhere near the athletic trainers after that. In fact, he was standing with his helmet by the sideline and not being touched. And I asked Jim Harbaugh at halftime, what was the reasoning for not using Wilton Speight in a couple of the plays in the first half? And he just said it was just simply an offensive package decision. He liked the quarterback they used instead of Speight in those kind of situations. I also talked to Colorado's Mike McIntyre, and he thought the difference in the second half were the special teams and the blocked kicks. He said there was one time on the first kick, his punter kicked it low. In the second time, he felt like it was sort of a blocking scheme error. He does feel like they have corrected both of those towards the end of the second quarter, and he hopes to build on this momentum. He knows they're in a heavyweight contest. That was his message to his team. Look, guys, we got to punch back.
This right here, to start this third quarter, Liufau's got to find a rhythm. He's got to be able to get a score on this drive.
Well, it seemed like one of the things that shifted momentum was the play of Rashawn Gary. When he came in, got into the backfield a little bit, wreaked a little havoc, and that seemed to be kind of a pivot point for Michigan's defense. And, of course, Jabril Peppers has been all over the field.
Peppers is phenomenal. He's a combination like Woodson. When Woodson was here, he's that kind of player. And he's got some Tyrann Mathieu in him that he's versatile and has just a great sense of the game.
And the kickoff, Joe Meese from the goal line. He had stopped completely, restarts his momentum, and Joe Meese tripped up at the 20-yard line. He tried to go across the grain, and Jeremy Clark was right there to make the stop at the 20.
So the same thing we said at the start of this game is going to apply right here. They need to establish yet again that they are, that they're going to be here for the long haul. And so how do you do that? You just start being consistent in a run game, consistent pass-wise, and you need to punctuate it with a score.
On first down, quick toss and a catch to Devin Ross, and Ross gets pounded down at the 26. Delano Hill on the stop for Michigan.
As long as they continue to stay on that top shoulder and the safety sitting deep in the middle of the field, they'll keep taking that.
Liufau will keep. And Liufau with a first down to the 31-yard line. Chris Wormley and his size 18 shoes on the stop.
Yeah, but that's not good right there. Wormley, because Liufau, they have to have Liufau. Remember, he had that Liz Frank injury. I hope it's not anything like that. But he's hurting.
He is not doing well right now.
Yeah, so if I'm defensively right now, he's going to hand this ball off. You want to crowd this line of scrimmage. You're not going to let him run around back there, that's for sure.
Liufau looking deep, airing it deep. He's got a man out there. It's Fields, and Shea Fields all the way for the touchdown.
Liufau was awesome. That was outstanding by Liufau. Shea Fields got to the middle of the field. That's one thing. But Liufau, in pain, delivered a shot, and that's 70 yards. That's tremendous football by Liufau.
7th career play for Shea Fields of 50 yards or more, a 70-yard bomb as Liufau paid the price getting rid of it.
He's limping along. Now watch him. That's great football.
He's grabbing his right leg as he goes down. And he gets rid of it to Shea Fields, who takes it to the house. And the hit was really not anything from Ryan Glasgow. This was more from the play before.
This isn't a big hit. This is just pure guts and making that throw. See how he's holding it there? They need Lufau. I mean, he's delivered. He has delivered today.
You mentioned the Liz Frank injury of a year ago that ended his season early. They only put one screw in. He never went home. He stayed at Colorado and he worked. But that Liz Frank is just an injury of the foot where one or more of the metatarsal bones are displaced. This is where he hurt it, or he hurt his foot at least, or his ankle, right there as he went down awkwardly in the arms of Wormley. And then the next play, he throws a 70-yard touchdown pass. Goes down. No.
Kev, he wouldn't come out. And he was a hurting buckaroo. Now he knows he's hurt.
That's really where he knew.
Limped himself right back to the huddle. Limped himself into that pass protection. Like I said, I would have definitely played it as a run. You're not going to put the ball in a hurt guy's hands to do something like that, and that's exactly what they did, and he delivered.
His backup is a freshman, Steven Montez. Montez threw a touchdown on his first career attempt last week against Idaho State, and Montez warming up, the redshirt freshman from El Paso.
What a phenomenal play by Lufau.
Diego Gonzalez.
And now Jabril Peppers. And Peppers with a hole. Peppers with speed. Peppers to the edge and chased out of bounds.
As he gets to the sideline, right into the quarterback on the sideline, Jabril Peppers runs into Lufau, and Owuzie chased him out after the 55-yard return.
I don't know what else to say about this guy. This guy's just got it. He's got it. New Jersey kid. He brings it all.
Spade off play action.
One more look on the kick return as Lufau being tended to on the sidelines, and
You see that? See this coach right here? He was funny. He was like, I'll take care. I won't let you. And then he moved.
Continuing to work on Lufau on the sideline. 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard scramble by Spate. Toss play, Davion Smith
looking for the edge. He's got it.
Smith got a block, and now down the sideline. Smith cuts back, touchdown.
That's one way to get your running game going. It looked initially like Colorado had enough bodies on the edge to be able to protect the edge. And then they just blocked them all out, and the next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire down the left sideline.
Kenny Allen's extra point is good, and a 31-28 lead. Michigan delivers the answer thanks to the BTN standout return from Jabril Peppers that ended in the lap of Lufau as he's tended to on the sidelines, and then Davion Smith with a rushing touchdown, his first of the year, and Michigan with a BTN standout answer. They lead it by 3. A ball for every game of the 2016 season already waiting the scores placed upon them. The score in this one, Michigan 31, Colorado 28, and of course the game at the end of the year. But that's a long way from now. Right now, Michigan's in a game, 31-28, leading by 3 over Colorado. Joel Meese awaiting the kickoff.
And Joel Meese will see that one slip through his finger.
There is Lufau in the tunnel on the way to the locker room, trying to will that ankle back to life. Steven Montez in at quarterback for the first time, and Montez will keep and go nowhere. Maybe a yard to the 43. And Lisa Byington with an update on Sefo Lufau.
Yeah, I'm being told by Colorado that he's questionable. They took him back as we saw. I'm told there is an x-ray capability on site, so they are looking at his right ankle extensively. Also of note, Diego Gonzalez, our place kicker, he is out with an ankle injury. Chris Graham will handle the kickoffs and field goals for Colorado from here.
Boy, that is a huge loss in the kicking game. Gonzalez has been money as far as touchbacks go. Montez going up top, jump ball deflected away. Jeremy Clark on the coverage of Bryce Bobo, and a flag is down. Flag back at the line of scrimmage.
Clark had good coverage. Perfect position, used the sideline for his help. Well done.
Personal foul, hands in the face. Defense, number 99, 15 yards, automatic first down.
That's Matt Godin, and instead of 3rd and 10, it's a first down.
Yeah, that's a tough one. There's Matt Godin right here, number 99. And he's just going to go with a power rush on the inside. He gets to the edge, and then his hands just went to the face mask. I've seen worse.
You've done worse.
Absolutely.
So all the way down to the 29 now, as Colorado tries to regain the lead in this one. A back and forth affair between the Big Ten and the Pac-12. Ross, a little flea flicker as he gives it back to Montez. Going down the sideline, jump ball deflected and incomplete. He was looking for George Frazier, who does not have a catch this year. And Michigan able to stay with it and didn't give Montez a very good look to throw it into.
He had Shea Fields in the middle field wide open, but this is where it was going to go right away. Frazier had a chance. Just make the catch. The ball's right where it has to be. Montez needs a play here to pick him up, to give him a little bit of confidence. And if you're the Michigan defense, you want to just get a good rush right here and make him feel the pressure.
And remember, as Lisa mentioned, Diego Gonzalez not available for field goals. Becomes very important where Colorado has pressure coming, and Peppers with the sack exploding into the backfield.
Yeah, that's a great call. It's a great call, and it's attacking your protection. Because all it is, you're going to see him, he's up top. But see, he has to take here, he has to take here. And so the only way for him to come is for the center to get out, and the center looks the other way. And because he's handling that way, Peppers is free.
3rd sack today for Michigan, 10th of the year. And Jabril Peppers doing it all. And Colorado needs to hurry. Play clock at 5. 3rd down and 21. Montez. Nobody open. On the roll. Throws. Juggled and incomplete. DeMonte Thomas got in front of Shea Fields, who couldn't pull it in, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, that is not a good idea for Montez to throw it back inside across your body. Shea Fields did break back inside. He was the only guy who was going to give him a chance, but for something like that, don't take the chance, live for another down. Ooh, should have been caught. That was pretty good coverage there, though. Got his hand inside.
Here's Alex Kinney to block, or to punt rather, with Jabril Peppers back on 4th and 21. Bouncing to the 2 and into the end zone. Colorado ushering it across the goal line. And the touchback for Michigan. Jabril Peppers fired up. He's doing it all, helping Michigan hang on to the lead. 31-28 Michigan with a 3-point lead. Kevin Kugler, Matt Millen, Lisa Byington from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Beautiful afternoon for football. And Michigan from their 20-yard line, 1st down and 10. Sets up the screen to Ty Isaac. Oh, nice little head and shoulder fake. Isaac with a 1st down.
That last about 15 yards was on Ty Isaac. And there's a jockstrap laying right down there on the 15. I can see it from here. Yeah, he faked him out pretty good. That was well done by Isaac. Here's the first. They jump it underneath, but right there, that little bounce. That gave him another 15 and a first down.
Smith plows forward to the 47. He gets 4. Olabode on the stop.
So this Michigan offensive line has had almost 3 full quarters of understanding what they're going against. And so what they're doing right now is it looks like they're running at a bubble. And a bubble is where an offensive lineman is uncovered. And that's who a linebacker has to be able to step up.
2nd and 6. Spate under pressure, and Spate is sacked. Huge sack from Samson Kafavalu just when Michigan was starting to get some momentum. Kafavalu comes up with the sack.
Yeah, that's a huge play by Kafavalu. And part of it was he just beat him quick. Nobody actually didn't really touch him. He got to the top side. Kafavalu just took, he looked like he was looking to butt back inside. It's going to set up this 3rd down.
A 3rd and 14 after the sack. Spate on the move, throwing on the run. He finds his man open. It's Perry, and Perry turned it on the Jets, trying to race to the end zone. Caught inside the 10. 1st and goal, Michigan.
Good initial coverage, and his feet. The difference in the play was Spate with his feet, and he bought time, and it opened it up and forced a defender to have to come out of coverage and attack him instead of being patient and sitting back. And because of that, Perry fills the void, and it's a big play.
1st and goal at the 7 now for Michigan. 54-yard pitch and catch. Smith on 1st down. And Smith backs his way down inside the 5 to the 3. Gouda on the stop for Colorado.
This is what Colorado didn't want to have to get into. They wanted to be able to keep pace with the score, and so they couldn't try to just pound the football on them. They know their up front can play. He knows their second level is a smaller group, so you just keep pounding on them. It'll eventually wear you out.
2nd and goal at the 3. Ty Isaac the carry. Isaac fighting to the 2, backing close to the 1, and stopped short of the goal line by Ryan Moeller. And now 3rd and goal. Toss play, Isaac. Ty Isaac got a block, touchdown.
They're attacking that edge yet again. And so until you have a defender to force it back inside, Nwuje came up and kind of gave a 1-for-1. You can't do that. You've got to make a stand and defend that grass. Defend every blade of grass on that field down there.
What a march. A Michigan march. 10 plays, 80 yards over 5 minutes off the clock. Isaac scores, and Michigan stretches the lead. 38-28. Michigan once down in this game, 21-7. Starting to pull away a little bit with some Michigan power on that last drive, and now trying to make something happen. Joe Meese started out, and then Lindsey jumped in front of him and said no.
Saw Kordell Stewart stand over there by him. He's been through that before.
On First down, 4-yard pickup for Lindsey before Ben Gideon drives it back. That's Michigan leaning on the Buffs a little bit as we move to the fourth quarter here in Ann Arbor. Colorado once led 21-7, but Michigan flexing its formidable muscle and have taken a 38-28 lead through 3. Jabril Peppers leading the way for Michigan as the Wolverines try to stay unbeaten in the young season. A little more ooh in that woo with a 38-28 lead than there was if they'd done that, say, at 21-7.
Well, I remember in the first half, they were like, ugh.
Yeah.
Now they're
it's
woo.
woo.
Yeah. Got it.
Montez, the redshirt freshman, on in relief of the injured Lufau. Montez in trouble, dancing around. He'll just throw that one away. The rush coming hot and heavy for Michigan. Could not get to Montez. Third down and 12. Ross in motion. Montez sets up the screen. The ball tipped and incomplete.
Yeah, he didn't even look. He was lucky there.
McCray was right there, and if he's able to pull it in, he's got 6.
Yeah, it's just the situation's a little too big right now for Montez. And as the play caller, they're trying to run the football. They're stacking a line of scrimmage. They're giving you nothing to run into. And he's not at the point where he can get out of it. So that's not good for the Colorado fans.
7th punt today for Alex Kinney. One has been blocked. One went into the backside of an offensive lineman. This low line drive fielded by Jabril Peppers. Here he goes. Jabril Peppers turning on the speed. Breaks a tackle. The cutback. Peppers headed for a touchdown.
Did I mention that he's pretty good? I don't know if we mentioned that yet.
We were subtle about it.
Yeah, just as subtle as he is.
What a play by one of the most electric players in college football this year. Jabril Peppers, 54-yard punt return for the touchdown that may have salted this one away. Kenny Allen with the extra point. 45-28. Michigan now by 17 in a game they trail by 14, and a BTN standout really standing out. Jabril Peppers. 54 yards for 6. Peppers electrifying the crowd in Ann Arbor. All the 110,000 that worked their way into the Big House today have been pretty excited with what they've seen after about the first quarter of play. Jabril Peppers got them out of their seats a moment ago. A career-long 54-yard punt return. He's also got a career-high 9 tackles this afternoon. Joel Meese from the 5. Trying to do his best Jabril Peppers impersonation. Gets to the edge and shoved out at the 36-yard line. First down and 10 for Colorado at their 26-yard line. Steven Montez, the redshirt freshman, on in relief of Sefo Lufau, who left with an injury after throwing a 70-yard touchdown pass that gave Colorado the lead. Pressure coming. Montez in trouble, and Montez will throw this one away. It's been a long time since Colorado considered themselves contenders for a bowl game, for any sort of postseason work. McIntyre's been slowly building this program. 12-27 record coming in as the head coach of the Buffs, but they were 2-0 for the first time, or second time rather, in 9 years. But without Sefo Lufau, this team struggling to get anything going as Philip Lindsay is down at the 23-yard line. That is just 50 yards rushing today for Colorado.
And what you really see is the importance of a seasoned player. The leadership that Lufau brings and the confidence that he gives the rest of the group. And when he's gone, it's a completely different team. This right here has no juice whatsoever. Lufau's in, it's got some juice.
3rd down and 13. Montez under pressure again. He's sacked. Maurice Hurst able to hang on to get the sack. 4th sack of the day for Michigan.
Yeah, he's seeing the rush. And so, in fairness to him, they're getting a rush.
You had Peppers coming up the middle, and George Frazier had to decide, do I go with Hurst? Do I go with Peppers? He took Peppers.
Which he should.
And Hurst finished him off.
You take the guy who can really run, and you think your quarterback's going to beat the guy who doesn't run as well.
So 4th down, Peppers back, awaiting the punt from Kinney. Hang time for Kinney. Peppers with the fair catch at the 38-yard line. Toss play to Karan Higdon on the field for the first time. Higdon slips through one tackle and gets to the 46-yard line. So Higdon with his first carry gets 8 yards. Now Michigan is just going to try to lean on Colorado, Matt, and get out of here with their 3rd win before Penn State comes to town. Penn State and Wisconsin to follow here in the Big House before Michigan has to pack their bags in the 2016 season. 5-game homestand to start the year.
This was a better game than people thought it was going to be.
McDoom. And McDoom was doomed from the start on that play back to the 41-yard line, a loss of 5. Isaiah Oliver on the stop.
So I think Michigan's going to have to look at this tape pretty closely, because when Lufau was in, this was anybody's game, and so he was able, they were able to use his feet and get outside, and he made some nice throws deep. He was manipulating the safeties and getting them out of the middle, and all those things are going to have to be looked at for their game next week against Penn State, who brings in Saquon Barkley, who had another good game.
John O'Korn, the quarterback, on the keep. And O'Korn down just shy of the 45. Rick Gamboa on the stop. And that'll bring up 4th down. For Colorado, they will hit the road next and take on Oregon as Pac-12 play begins for the Buffaloes. A daunting task anytime, made more so by the fact that you don't have Sefo Lufau.
Yeah, exactly. I think the good news for Michigan is that Wilton Spate, he took that hit, looked like he got a little shook up. He settled right back into his game. They really did I thought he played very, very well, especially buying time and finding the guys down the field.
McIntyre at the 21-yard line. And McIntyre down at the 31-yard line. On 1st down, they give to Kyle Evans. And Evans out across the 35 in the arms of Mike McCray. Colorado will fall to 2-1. There will be no miracle in Michigan this year for the Colorado Buffaloes.
Although I did see Kordell Stewart before the game, and I think he could still throw it 75 yards.
When Lufau went down, I'm surprised they didn't try to slip him in with a jersey on. Sneak him onto the field.
Old slash.
Second down and 5. Trying to fight forward for yardage as Kyle Evans brings up 3rd down. One more look. 1994. It's one of the great plays in college football history. Unless you're a Michigan fan, then it was not a great play in college football history.
If you're a college fan, that's a phenomenal play. You just had to love it.
Bill McCartney, who is on hand here today. He retired at the end of that year. Kordell Stewart, of course, with the throw. Bill McCartney's grandson got into the end zone today with coach on hand. Very exciting, I'm sure, for Derek McCartney defensively to get into the end zone with his grandpa here. 3rd down and 2. And a little bit of a crease and a fumble on the play. Ball comes out Kyle Evans' hands, and Colorado able to recover it at the 46. It'll be a first down. George Frazier on top of it. There's Bill McCartney, longtime head coach. What a job he did at Colorado. Former Michigan assistant. Been diagnosed with late onset Alzheimer's, but is still very socially, physically fit, and here on hand today. What an impact he left both in Michigan and in Colorado. And he got a warm welcome from the crowd today when he was out on the field. That'll be the final play of this ball game. And Michigan is going to win a battle. 45-28. Michigan gets the 17-point win and is now 3-0 on this young season. Jim Harbaugh, he told us yesterday, there's no better feeling in the world than right after the game when you win. He's feeling real good right now. His team's got to win. They're 3-0.
Well, I hope Lufau heals quickly, because this is a team that could make some noise out there when he's the quarterback. When he's not the quarterback, it's a completely different team. But he gave Michigan all they could handle today. Wilton Spate, I thought he took a nice step again today. This time he had to use his feet to be able to avoid some things, and he still had his eyes downfield and made big plays. I thought that was a positive sign also for the Wolverines.
Michigan gets the victory, 45-28, the final score here in Ann Arbor. That'll do it from Michigan Stadium. Michigan wins it by 17. Coming up, Dave, Jerry, and Howard will get you caught up on a wild week number 3 in the Big Ten. For Matt Millen, Lisa Byington, and Mike Pereira, I'm Kevin Kugler saying so long from Ann Arbor, Michigan.